Welcome guys and gals to Inside Outside. I wanted to go over a few things with you. I'm out here getting ready, pretty much starting a ride, one of my favorite loops, and I just put brand new wheels by Tusk, these Tusk impact wheels, and front and back. And I also put brand new Nuatech Nitro Mooses, front and back, and brand new Bridgestone tires. Let everyone know what I ride, or what I run on tire wise is, in the back I run the Bridgestone X40. It's a hard terrain tire. It is an amazing tire. It hooks up phenomenally. And on the front I run the Bridgestone Battlecross X31. The rear is also a Battlecross, but on the front X31 it's a soft terrain tire, and it also works phenomenally. I was given this tire setup by six-time Baja champion Colton Udall. Guy knows what he's talking about. So I started running this, I don't know, a year ago, and I'll tell you what, this is the tire choice, or tire setup for me. Anyways, I just put on these new rims, and I wanted to tell you that, you know, I've always avoided buying rims because they're so damn expensive, especially when you get all, you know, the anodized hubs and, you know, looking all trick. Well, I bought these from Rocky Mountain MCATV, and for both wheels, completely set up with bearings and everything ready to go, I believe I paid $569 for these. I mean, that is killer. And I spoke to a personal friend of Colton Udall's, and he told me that this is what Colton will run because they're cheap and they're excellent rims. I didn't know that when I bought them. I was just taking a chance, and I went ahead and bought them, and then I found out through a buddy, a mutual buddy, that's what Colton will run because they're just so cheap, and they're excellent rims. So, you know, I don't just take people's word for it. I'm going to test them out and see how well they hold up, and then I'll let you guys know. That way you can also, you know, get yourself some killer rims for cheap. I mean, $569 for two complete wheel sets with bearings ready to go. That's killer. Well, anyways, I put these new mooses in, and a lot of times when you put brand new mooses in, or even, it doesn't matter if they're brand new or not, if you're changing out tires, your tires won't bead correctly. Like, they'll get stuck without beading. So what I did is, if you can see here, I left the rim lock undone, and I probably just rode like from my house to here, I don't know, like 10 miles. And I checked it all, and the wheels or the tires have seated. So now I'm gonna tighten it up, and let's see, let me do it by finger first. I'll get these rim locks tightened down, and then I'll actually be ready to ride. I've been told when you have mooses on the front, you don't even really need a rim lock, but I use it anyway. That's something that I have not tested, and I don't know if that's correct or not, but I'm sure it is. The guy that told me that is a very good rider, and he rides all over the place. Big time Baja rider. No reason to doubt him, but I don't see why it would hurt to put the rim lock on. Man, this nut back here is junk. Get a new one. This wrench doesn't even want to fit on it. Something else I wanted to show you while we're doing this is I run this Klim Arsenal vest. This thing is the greatest piece of riding equipment I've ever bought. It has a 3-liter water bag. It has a tool kit, you know, it has a bag for your tools. And that, you can strap it on the outside here, or you can put it, I put it inside. It has these long cylinder type compartments. It has these bigger compartments in the front. And like I carry snacks in one. These are all good nutritional riding snacks. And in this one, I carry the essential toilet paper, and it has a built-in holster with the vest. So I have my gun in there, and then I have all my GoPro equipment in here. I have my essential, like my wallet in there. And I have a first aid kit. I have a battery jumper. So I always carry first aid stuff. I even have a lighter in there. You never know if you're going to get trapped out here. I carry this Get jump starter, since bikes nowadays usually don't have kick starters, and it's a little jump starter. It also has connections for Apple and C connection and whatever to charge your electronics, your phone, your GPS, whatever. Very handy little thing. Fits nice right down in here with the water. And it also has these, you know, these military style, I can't remember what you call them, but, you know, loop mesh things that you can add more stuff to it. This thing is phenomenal because you can adjust it side to side, and you can adjust it up and down. And when I put this thing on it, I would guess it weighs about 25 or 30 pounds. That's how much stuff I have in it. And when you put it on, you don't even notice it because it distributes the weight all around your body. Anyways, get a different wrench for that rim lock. You know, if you've ridden at all for very long or whatever, you know this already, but when you get new rims, you gotta really pay attention to the spokes and keep them nice and tight, because the first, I don't know, 4 or 5 rides, they loosen up significantly, and you do not want your rims to get all warped. I'll tell you, I just put them on. This is my first ride, and before I left the house, I tightened the spokes, and there was quite a few of them that were loose right from the factory. So don't just assume that they got it all set for you already, because a lot of times that is not the case. But after this ride, I'll definitely check them again. I'll check them again for quite a while. This wrench doesn't work very good either, because it's too fat and the spokes are in the way. Okay, so we got that rim lock tightened up. I actually found another wrench, actual open-ended 12 millimeter, and tightened it up. So that's that. Now my tires are, my tires are beaded, rim locks are tight, and I want to go over a couple of other things while I'm at it. So when you run these full wraparounds, you have to pay close attention to your grips. One of the downfalls of full wraparounds is that your grips, they get pushed over and they touch, and they will make your throttle stick. So pay attention to how that grip is moving, and just push it over a little bit. It's just something you do once a ride or whatever before you leave. But see how much more room there is, and that way you won't have a problem with your throttle sticking. The other thing, back to this Klim vest, I run an InReach Mini, Garmin InReach Mini device, and I have my wife and my son-in-law and my sister, they are, every time because I'm riding solo, I ride solo a lot, and I'm out, way out in the forest, and as a matter of fact, I don't think I've ever run into another soul when I'm riding, so pretty isolated. And that right there, they can track me on a map on their phone. Not only that, it has an SOS function. It's a button that if something were to happen to me, I can hit that button and it directly goes to Garmin, and then Garmin sends out rescue crews based on your position, your GPS position. They know exactly where you're at. All right, what else? The other thing I use all the time is Onyx off-road maps. You can track your maps. You can actually go offline and it'll track it. You just have to preset your map when you have service, and then once you take off and you lose service, it still knows where you're at. I'm not super tech savvy, I just know it works. And you can see the red dotted line is where I'm riding. And all these other lines are other trips I've made out here. It's not like I need this, but I keep it on in case I decide to go off on a trail I've never been on, and it'll track me and I don't forget to do it. It's just kind of one of those things that out of sight, out of mind. So I just leave it on and it tracks me, and it's really cool. And it'll track your miles and all that. And I think that's all I got for you guys right now. Let's go ride.